I'm crying up here, David. Save me.
I got so much to say about Boyd. I'm not going to say it all, but I will say this. Boyd was a real good friend of mine, and after I left the Padres bar and was about to declare bankruptcy, I either saw him or talked to him once a day, pretty much every day for 2 years plus. When I got the job as Justice of the Peace, he was real happy for me. But he was also real mad at me because our late nights pretty much ended, and there was stress. I mean, he was really bummed out that I could not go to the after parties anymore, and he's like, "Man, I never see you anymore," which wasn't true. Like, you know, if I didn't hear from Boyd for 3 or 4 days, or we didn't see each other, I'd be like, "Okay, I haven't seen Boyd in a while." Like, but it wasn't every day anymore. And then I had the really good fortune of Donald Trump being elected president and me putting my money into a house in Valentine because I was worried about things. So I bought a house in Valentine. It wasn't good fortune about Trump, it was good fortune about Valentine. Just wanted to clarify.
What?
We'll see what happens next, to quote Trump. When I got to Valentine with the house, Boyd was like, "Man, I'm so glad that you bought this house in Valentine. I'm so glad you're here." And the sheriff was kind of chasing me around at the time, so I was spending most of my nights over there. And he always knew when I was there, even if I told him I wasn't coming, he knew. He'd come over. But what I want to let y'all know, my relationship with Boyd changed once again for the better. Once I got the house in Valentine, I was spending time there. Because in Valentine, the conversations we had were about family and about friends. And not so much about the party or about, are we going to Austin next week, or did you see so-and-so? There was still some of that, of course. But really, I mean, he'd be on my front porch and be like, "I gotta call Shaula," and talk to Shaula. And we'd be hanging out, and he just, like, it was a different thing. So Boyd Elder, when he was in Valentine, was the Boyd Elder at home. And I always thought before I had the Valentine house that Boyd was like, "Man, why do I gotta live in Valentine? All my friends are in Marfa." Or, you know, I lived in El Paso, I could go to LA. But the truth is, Boyd really belonged in Valentine. And I didn't know that. So I want to share that with you.
Cheers.
Okay, here's the Boyd.
Thank you, Your Honor. Brother?
Anybody else?
Yeah, man.
All right, we're gonna play a little music. Oh wait, did I say something? No.
Oh, we got some more people.
Yeah.
Oh no, Justine's got a story. Come here, Justine. This is important. Okay, then everybody come up here. She's bringing tequila, thank God.
You guys, come on, pass it around. Pass it around. It's a shot for Boyd.
Here, everybody.
All right.
It is mezcal, but I don't think you really
Yeah, that's how it's done. That'll work.
not tequila.
Is it cold?
You've got a story, Shirley.
Boyd?
Oh, Justine, I can't wait to hear your story.
I mean, I can do it without crying, right? I don't know. If you do it. I have so many Boyd stories. He was really family to me, to us. But everyone's like, "You should tell the story about Boyd babysitting my children."
Yes! He was amazing with children. I don't know if y'all know that. He was so good with children.
No, really, I wanted to go out and I had no babysitter. And I think it was one of your shows, Phil. I think it was like an art show. It was something to go to. And I had no babysitter, and Boyd's like, "I'll babysit, darling." And I was like, looked at him, and I'm like, "Huh, am I the worst mother in the world?" I'm like, I looked at him and I was like, "You know, you've been alive all this time, Boyd. You've kept yourself alive this whole time." So I did. I let him babysit, and I came back later, and when I walked in, they had rearranged the whole living room. Boyd had drawn they moved all the furniture out of the living room. Boyd had drawn a big bullseye at the back of the house. And I walked in and he was teaching them how to shoot. my two boys. But I mean, what he did was he actively played with them the whole time, and I think that says a lot about who he was as a person. He was really family to us and to me, and I'll love him forever. And Shaula, I'm so happy that we've become close because of this.
Too.
Yeah. And that's it.
I'll be over there bugging. It's something in your house.
Two boys with tits.
And for Boyd, we're passing around a bottle of mezcal. Everyone have a shot for Boyd. We love you, Boyd.
Yeah, it's coming over here.
I want to say something.
Come over here.
Bring it in.
Try to keep it short, but the first story, Justine just told a story about shooting and guns. And I remember sitting with Boyd on my deck of the house I was building in Buda. And he came out and he had a fucking pistol in his belt. I was like, Boyd, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, check this out. And he pulled it out and he said, the president of fucking Mexico gave me this. And so we're sitting on the porch, and he showed it to me, and I'm looking at him like, I'm pretty convinced. I mean, it's engraved, it's like pearl handle, it's like an antique. He had it, I was like, you're gonna shoot your balls off. And he pulls it out, and he's like, dude, check out the fucking scorpion. And he starts shooting off my front porch, and it's just the two of us, and my house is halfway built. So I guess he liked guns and shooting things, which we all probably have had an experience with Boyd that way. But you know, Boyd and my dad went to art school together at Chenard. And so Boyd's known me since I was born. And I didn't really get to know Boyd until late 90s maybe. I heard stories about him, knew of his work, obviously, through osmosis and through conversation. And I met Shaula shortly after that here in Austin. But, you know, I've spent a lot of time with Boyd. And one of the most memorable things I remember was being shit-faced for one of the first times in my life at the fuck Y2K, Barry. The fuck Y2K, 2000 New Year's. And we were in Santa Fe, and I got shit-faced. I remember I was looking at my wife, I was looking at my mom, my dad, my friends. Everyone was leaving. I was there. I was like, fuck it, I'm not going. And Boyd was my wingman that night. And it must have been 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. We showed up at my mom and dad's house in Santa Fe. And he dragged me in, gave me a ride home, and took care of me, basically. And everyone got pissed at Boyd and thought it was his fault. They thought he instigated this trouble. But anyway, long story short, man, Boyd saved my ass that night, and I set the story straight. And Shaula, I love you dearly. And let's just celebrate and party and cuss and raise hell and get in fucking trouble, because Boyd Elder style.
Now put on that song.
Where's the concert?
Hi. Seems like all of y'all have known Boyd since you were born. I've only known him for 2 years, and let me show you my experience with him. I'm not good at speaking in public, so I'm just going to have to read this.
Neither am
Okay, God, it's awful.
No,
It's awful. They're so good at it. Okay, so the night Boyd died, the next day, I got a call from Justine. She's like, Boyd's gone. And I was like, oh, God. So I started looking through my photos, and I'm like, oh, I've got some recent photos. And there's a photo of us, and I'll just read it. This is a couple weeks ago. We were both drunk and stumbling around Antone's. My truck broke down again, and we decided to start sending out 2 a.m. selfies to anyone who would wake up and come get us. Looking at you, Pierre, wherever you are. Last thing you said to me was a few weeks ago at Trans Pecos. You said, what's everyone so worried about? What if death is the greatest adventure? I wish I could have stayed and had a longer conversation, but I couldn't. You were already gone, and I'm terrible at goodbyes. So I'll just keep you here on the streets with me after all the bars have closed, our fingers crossed, hoping for a safe ride home. Love you, Boyd.
Cool. Let's see the photo.
Bill.
Anybody? All right, well, we have all night, y'all. Y'all keep drinking tequila and think about it. Are we about to have Joe go on? Is that what's happening?
Hey, JP's got something to say.
JP's got something to say, y'all. This is the most intuitive doctor I know. This was actually Boyd's doctor. And rock and roll buddy from West Texas, Jalapeno JP Schwartz right here.
What can you say? You know, I mean, all I can say to everybody right now is we've got to be the most badass, crazy people from now on.
Yes!
Because Boyd's gone, you know, and there's nobody else to make the world like he made it. But I remember night after night I'd get calls. What the hell is wrong with me? My feet are swelling up. I said, take the other pill. I said, drink some tequila and take the other pill, you know. And he would do that. And next day, how you doing? I'm fine. Let's go see Billy Gibbons. He's playing in Midland. And so we'd get on the truck and we'd go. And we went out clubbing with Billy after a show in my truck. And if you've seen my truck out there, you'll know what a joke that is. But he was just, there was no off. He was on all the time, night and day and night. And everybody knows what that's like. And you just gotta, I've never ran into anybody like that before, since, ever. And the first time I met Boyd, I had borrowed some chairs from some people to see, Terry Allen was doing a show in Marfa, and Boyd was giving me a hard, you stole those goddamn chairs from that guy. And I go, no, man, my wife had a broken leg and we needed to sit and say, you stole those chairs from that guy over there. And it was just on and off, and we got to be great friends. But the last 2 years was the most intense thing I've ever gone through in my life. And I just prayed every night, let's keep him alive one more year. And then let's keep him alive one more year. And we got 2 years out of it. And Boyd did everything I asked him to do, including a period of time where I said, Boyd, you just can't drink anymore. And he goes, okay. And that was it. And I didn't see him drink for like 6 months. And every time I saw him, he'd drink about a quarter of a Bud Light and throw it away. And I was just impressed. I mean, he was helter-skelter, but he wasn't. He was there all the time. And so I think we were all blessed to know Boyd for whatever time we knew him and in whatever way we did. So let's give it up for Boyd one more time. And thanks to Robin for doing all this.
Oh my God, y'all. This is hard, being on the mic about Boyd and not cussing, like, hey! I shouldn't do Boyd imitations on the mic is what I just learned. Sorry, I'll do Boyd imitations off the mic. Anyway, you guys, anyone else want to speak right now? Or shall we take a little break and prepare for Joe to sing a few songs? And then we have Pierre singing some songs. And we got everyone's singing some songs. So drink tequila and think about what you want to say on the mic if you want to say it. Or
invite people to the confession booth.
There is in the mirror room, if you know where that is, which is usually the photo booth. The confessions will be had. There will be some video, and if you want to contribute to the story of Boyd, which you saw the video about, please go tell your story to the camera. Or come tell one of us in the corner and we can laugh. And anyway, viva la Chingadero!
Yes.